Hey guys, Mark Galloway here. So I'm gonna be talking a little low because here's the thing. So I'm here staying at an Airbnb. So you guys might not recognize this place, but no, it's an Airbnb. I didn't want to stay in. I wanted to stay in a hotel, but seeing that it was expensive, I decided like, okay, I'll see what Airbnb has. So thankfully, though, right by the facility, that I found a basement apartment that was available for booking. So so I so thankfully though I didn't have to interact with the owners personally. They did have to message me, and yeah, we did message back and forth, and they went over a few things that I can and can't do. But yeah, so I'm here at my Airbnb. It's pretty nice. It's basically, like I said, it's a basement apartment. So definitely would be cool to stay in a place like this. But yeah, so I'm getting my stuff together. We're gonna go back to tomorrow. We're gonna go to the Champlain Valley Fair, and this is where KSR Motorsports is in action. And my boys, Logan and Rodney, USA One and Barefoot, are gonna be performing at the show. Joe Sylvester is also gonna be there, and then Killer B. It's a shame that Zombie Sniper couldn't be booked for this one. Same thing with Bad News Trash Fest, but it is what it is. But yeah, so we're here now, and yeah. So right now I'm gonna go get some sushi for dinner, and we're gonna wrap up for the night. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of a quick tour of the apartment. Small little desk for the office work if you want to do some work on the laptop. Little lounge area with a TV. Pretty nice. Nice little painting right there. And this is my bedroom. Drawers, everything. My bed, queen size bed. The drawers where I put my clothing. And right here, upstairs, that's where the exit is. This is the restroom. And this is the mini kitchen area. I didn't look in here yet. It's empty. Not that I'm trying to find anything, but yeah, this is the kitchen area. And there's the burner. It doesn't have a stove, so yeah, you have a burner. You also have a panini machine, an air fryer, fridge, and freezer. And this is the little kitchen area. And there is supplies to make coffee, as far as I think. Seasoning. Well, yeah, thankfully there's mugs. I'm not really gonna be getting so much food around here, but yeah, there's supplies to make coffee, and this is the chalkboard. I'm gonna be leaving my review, and this is actually the living area. I don't know what to call this. This is kind of like the dining area or playroom, whatever you want to call it. Dining set right here. And this part's a little creepy. And there, look, like here's the mirror right here. And this is a little bit of the creepy part. Oh, the yoga mat right there. Like some of you, I do believe that there's some that are going to believe this is cool, but it's a little bit creepy in ways. But yeah, there's a picture of a cat, and with the pilot's hat. Part of the basement, I guess. Like you could reach up, try to stick your head if you're tall, but yeah. Miss Dog right here with the big eyes. Colorful, but yeah. Doing a little lion cub. That's just about it. So I'm not gonna say so much about the location, everything. Gotta keep it secret. Out of respect for the land or the owners or whatever, or the host. Actually, yeah. But yeah. So time to step out and get some dinner. There's a couple other things I forgot to mention. We have a couple of stuffed animals right there. And there's that. And also, one last thing I forgot to mention. I have my batteries charging for my RC cars because I'm bringing them to the Valley Fairgrounds. Probably to buy me some time and such. And a couple of other batteries that I'm going to be charging later. And that's that. Okay, we're here at the sushi place, and you might not know this, but somewhere down that way, from what I looked up, there is Burlington International Airport. It's kind of like a small international airport from what I was able to look up and see through the pictures. And I was on my way here, and then I saw a plane flying over me and landing. You're probably not going to hear any sounds or anything over there. It's about a mile or two out, but yeah, it's close by. But anyways, let's go get some sushi. Miso soup I just had. It's very good as always. And now onto some seaweed. Look at all this. The Ika squid. It's absolutely beautiful. New York handle. Tuna rolls. A couple of sushi pieces. So that was a nice, pretty sushi dinner. Didn't eat. I mean, I didn't feel myself eating because, like, well, I just felt like it doesn't really matter. There was a sushi piece that I wish I could have gotten, but you know, I just felt like, you know, I spent the money that I needed to for the night, and plus, like, you know, I'm just about as full as I can be. Also, it actually rained. Like, it's actually still raining, but I think it rained pretty good here. There is pretty dark clouds everywhere, so yeah, gonna have to get back to the house before it gets a little bit pretty bad. So, back home, and I'm ready to relax a little bit before I hit the hay. So, probably just gonna watch a little bit of a movie, and then we'll hit the hay for the night, and then get ready for a big day tomorrow. Okay, so it's just about after 7 a.m. and the weather, from what I can see, it's cloudy, but it doesn't really show any signs of raining. I do believe, actually it looks like it's going to be sunny. I just need to get a better look out there. But yeah. So right now what I'm doing is I'm double checking. Oh, just as I say that, the batteries are finishing. So what I'm just doing right now, I was about to say what I'm doing right now is double check and make sure that they're charged. Okay. Alright, just what I'm doing right now is, if I can get the chance to talk now, what I'm just doing right now is that I'm not trying to double charge them, I just want to make sure that they're charged completely, and that I don't need to try to do anything to recharge them at all. And so, before I do get them set up, this is what I'm having for breakfast this morning. An ice cream sandwich made in Vermont. Iggy. I do like ice cream sandwiches, and it does look like it's homemade. So, let's see what it's like. Wow. This is very delicious. This is heaven. I just thought I also mentioned that, like, when I was on my way up here, I wanted to get some Miller Farms milk. Yesterday was Saturday, and unfortunately they were closed on Saturdays, so that's this really sad part. So, well, because when I got there, we go to one section of the farm where there's milk being sold, and then when I went inside, there was no refrigerators, there was no milk, there was nothing. So I wanted to get milk. I wanted to get like a pint of milk each, like of the maple syrup milk and the regular milk and even the chocolate milk, just so I can bring to the Tweedies as a gift. But unfortunately, because they were closed and weren't selling milk that day, I couldn't do it. I couldn't buy anything. So Yeah, there's not even milk being sold in the milk's not being sold in nearby markets from what I looked up. There is one like in New England, but that's far. It was further out, so I couldn't do anything. So yeah, so apparently you can really only just get the milk at the farm. So that was really sad. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna get my stuff together and we're on our way to the facility. I just hope like everything goes smoothly with that. Okay, we're actually here at the fairgrounds. I'm gonna leave my keys in there. So that's actually the trailer right there, the yellow trailer. So I know that they're here. So getting in here was a little bit smoother. It was gonna be. It looked like it was gonna be a little bit of a struggle. So the entrance, like right over there, is usually where they would come in for the fair to park here. And I actually was here once before. The story is that like just like today, it's overcast. Actually, I thought it was gonna be sunny, just based on where I saw at the window. But yeah, so it's overcast. So excuse me, but I was here. I think it was 3 years ago. Came here and I was here for the show, and it started raining really badly. I had no umbrella. I had merchandise in my hand, and at one point I was like, fuck this. And then I just walked. I left. I missed the show. I had no choice. So yeah. So this is actually the second time I've been here, and so I came in around there. Didn't pay for the. I just actually went through there, turned right, and came in this way. And then I came in here, so I saw this issue with the trailer. The guy over there, I had to let him know that I was here volunteering for the show, and I didn't think it was going to go any smooth because, like, basically he was asking, like, do I have any credentials? And it was like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm screwed. So I then had to let him know that, like, yeah, I'm just here volunteering, and I was talking to the Tweeties, and I would usually sign my name right where the merchandise stand is, right where Jack is. Jack, the promoter of KSR Motorsports. And so, like, basically he said, yeah. Okay, so just park right here, and then once we get everything set up, we just go sign your name and all that. So right now, I'm just gonna chill around here, just wait for the Tweeties to wake up. I don't know. Okay, no, they're not awake yet. But yeah, so basically, I think they're gonna move their truck, and then basically, I think that's when I think they're actually gonna park their monster trucks maybe on the left side. But yeah, presumably though, I think they did just get here. But yeah, so let's hope things go smoothly. Oh, would you look at this? It looks like Bad News Travels Fast is here. I know these tires anywhere, and I recognize wait, look at these tires. And I recognize this. Looks like one of the trucks couldn't make it. Maybe Killer B. Maybe it was a misapplication. But yeah, we're working right next to it. Okay, I think I'm gonna consider moving my car back here. They got the fiberglass all fixed up from the last time I saw them. Flags up.
fascinating.
I need to do something about my brakes. I don't know if I should change out that caliper. Try bleeding them.
Okay, Logan, we'll start with bleeding them. Tell me if that gets any better. And if it doesn't do that, then we'll just put a caliper on it.
Yeah, if you get
Sure, it's secret. I'm going to pull the caliper fast. Secret is you get like a nickel end on the brake fluid bottle. You fill the caliper full of brake fluid and put it on the truck. So that way you're not trying to pour fluid down the whole system.
dude really likes a lot this go around.
You gotta think we're going through hills, roads and angles. When we're going through roads, a lot of more hills than normal, and a lot of like weird angles and banking.
Two of these tires are low on air, but even so, they're harder to handle. So, oh, which truck's pulling out? Oh, it looks like Killer Bee's coming out. Yep. So Jacob's Killer Bee. Yeah, so bad habit. Apparently, it either was a mistake in the booking, or it was just a mistake. So bad news, Carlos Fast taking his place. So I'm going to the gas station somewhere nearby so I can pick up two of these CR 2032 Energizer circle batteries, because I think it's like something for the air compressor that Logan wants. So heading to the gas station. I'm not going with Rodney this time. Basically, I can do this myself. And then next time when I pull back in, I'm going to just drive right in and then just driver's side. Hopefully, I'll be able to squeeze right in and then just park right on the other side of the tractor trailer. So here we go. Thank you, AutoZone, for the help. So the gas station didn't have any, and then I went to the AT&T as the guy said to go to, but they were closed today. And even if they were gonna open, they wouldn't open for at least another 40 minutes. But so thankfully though, I found an AutoZone nearby, and they had batteries in stock. So heading back to the fair right now. So all of Barefoot's tires is filled with air. I have to do USA 1 now. They have to be over 26 PSI.
Still spongy?
Yeah.
Alright, pump her up.
Alright.
We just make sure that like it doesn't squirt like that.
Looking for all the air to get out. It should look about clear. Pump it up. There we
Saw
go.
that.
Yeah, that's looking better.
Needed brakes or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Logan, pump it up.
Ooh, that was big.
Alright, Logan, pump it up. Is the pedal getting any better?
Yeah.
Alright, pump it up.
Do you use a lot of brakes with these, or do they slow themselves down kind of?
I pretty much ride the brake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got that much power.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to go.
I'll do this one, and then I'll let you help me with the last one.
Oh, yeah. Not excavator. At least do some of the smaller fair shows to start with. Before you know you burn bridges versus or something else.
Alright, so take this. Open up this trailer valve.
Oh, yes. That's what we're running for right now, so. Yeah, I can get it.
Touch more.
Yeah, I'll bring it over. Okay. Thank you very much.
Got it, screw it on there.
So 2 o'clock we gotta be out there. You got any idea
By the way.
about how many trucks you think have it? Have merchandise?
2.
Just 2?
Well, yeah, 3.
3. Okay. Oh, is Gage coming? No. Yeah, fucking sold out crowd. Okay, good. Pulled down yesterday. Old Chris said he broke down an engine. I didn't find out this morning. That's how fucking shitty it is. I wanted to do wheelies. Come out with wheelies first. Fucking traffic. That's what I heard.
Oh wait, it is kind of
Gone out of this shit track.
string it the other way. It's this way.
Yeah, righty tighty, lefty loose.
These ankles. So just be ready to go at 2 o'clock. Okay. I'll be back over for your spot. Thanks, Jack.
This is the right way.
Don't do this very hard. So much shot.
Let it go out there and fly off. Give it a rattle out back there.
Put your ear up there. Do you hear any missing?
No. Righty tighty. This one. Okay. Righty, righty tighty.
Alright.
Yep, this is good. Tight fits.
Yep. This. Close that off. The other one.
This one.
Go like this.
Okay, so lefty?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm taking it off.
Yep. That's all there is to it.
So if I were to pull this valve, I have to do it slowly.
Yes. If you do it too fast, it'll blow out the seals or mess up the puck on the inside. You don't want that.
Okay.
Alright. Just gonna go steel wall.
Here, man, sign this.
It's really muddy. As Jack was saying, we might just get rid of the wheelie comp. First and foremost, just be ready to go by 2. Set trucks, quick mark, showing trips, all that fun stuff. One hit wheelie comp if we have it. Quads, first freestyle, quads again. Killer be bad news. Firewall, quad finals.
You gotta go in first.
Well, originally had excavator going first, but he's not making it.
Do we need this?
That's what you got.
Yeah, we'll hang on to it. Then it's going to be like Riverhead, where your dad will finish up his freestyle, come around, train. He was saying like 2-3 hits. So hopefully it's not like Riverhead and your fucking truck hydrolocks again. But how was it leaning out today? Was it leaning out good? I think a big part of it was that line that was hitting your fuel pump, you know?
Yeah. That's gotta be what it was. Put that back on. sure you get those lug nuts on straight. Don't strip out the studs.
Straight on.
Got our mud shut. Get all the big shit off. Yeah. Because that way it's not 3.5 hours in the shop.
See that real quick?
Alright, so after this tire, I gotta plug the camera in. So, yeah, not much battery left. It could die on it, or it could die on this Saber before I know it. Looks like I still have some RCs to mess around with. This guy's trying to work in this. You know, this isn't like the most ideal place to chill out, but you know, I just thought, why not? Just thought I'd sit around and barefoot for a little while. Show you what it's like. We have the RPM, the speedometer right over here. We have the steering wheel, goes right here. That's as far as I'm gonna probably get that in. This is like the rear steer of some sorts. I'm not gonna try to mess with the electronics, obviously. But right here, this is a little bit challenging because, like, that's just probably isn't it. Boy, ow, my hand. But this is a little bit. Actually, I think this is the main rear steer, like how you wanna like how you wanna rear the back. But like, I think this is just how to activate, like how you want it done. But I was gonna say that like it's difficult to do the rear steer like this because like you have the steering wheel like really close to you. Voltage right here, the speedometers, and then we have the shifted gears, and these electricals and such. The fire extinguisher, which use this like if the fire breaks out or something. The battery ignition, and this is the fuel line. All the switches, the RII, and last time when I worked with Barefoot, this thing wasn't screwed in. It is now. So, yeah, right here, like this is it's a little bit of a comfortable position. It can be a little bit cramped. It can be a little bit cramped, but you know you just got to really get that feel to it. This is the brake, and this is the hot foot, aka the gas. So yeah, this is what sitting in a monster truck is like. And there's the mount for the GoPro. And if you roll over, there's no need to be scared because you're all protected by this roll cage. And that's Barefoot. So we're walking back to the truck right now. And I got myself a grilled cheese sandwich. It's actually the Vermonter. It's supposed to be apple buttery with bacon and 3 cheeses. And we have the track being constructed right now. Supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a freestyle only or something. So there's gonna be, I think, 2 wheel skills, donuts, and and freestyle. That's just my best guess, but yeah, there's no racing. I know that for sure. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Heading back to the truck right now. Man. The apple butter, the bacon, the grilled cheese. That's absolutely a grilled cheese to die for when it comes to here in Vermont. Looks like the police were called over here because I think someone complained about something. I don't know if their monster trucks were not permitted to be here. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, cops were probably just walking by, and then we're just having a little bit of a friendly talk with them. But pretty cool. These are good officers, I know that. But yeah, getting close to showtime. Trucks are ready. Ran a little bit of my RC cars. The steering went out on the Stampede 4x4. It just doesn't want to turn. It seemingly works. It's all together, but it just stopped working. The Slash ran low on battery pretty quick. And the Emax, it did good for the most part, obviously. You probably saw the clip I showed you guys of me jumping one of the track obstacles. But yeah, and then I came back and this is what I saw. So it's now just about after 3 o'clock. The pit party is just about to begin. Well, the show's over. Barefoot, well, he almost lost the hood. It was coming off. USA 1 lost the roof. And I think Barefoot also lost the roof as well. Killer B, unfortunately, couldn't compete. And he fortunately had transmission issues that he couldn't get into gear. So that really stung. So yeah, I'm gonna drag him off the truck. Now I'm gonna see if they're still using the roof off of Barefoot that's on the track. I think they might have gotten rid of it, but it might be gone too. But that doesn't matter. So USA, bad news Charles Fast, in my opinion, actually won the freestyles. He had a little bit more wow factors and did a donut. And I put Logan Tweedy in second place, and USA won in third. So I'm gonna cut this part out because the music's getting louder. But yeah, so that's the end of the show. So with no music being played at the moment, just thought I'd show you a little bit of the aftermath since it's the outro. Here we have USA 1 parked right here, so you can see the damage done to the body. So basically this part ripped off the body. This part of the body was pushed in, and now the B has a wound, a deep big wound. And that's also starting to come apart, lean right off. Roof's gone, but I took it back to the trailer. And right here on the other side, we can see this part also starting to come right off. So USA 1's definitely going to need some work. There's definitely some noticeable damage done since it's rollover. But yeah, starting to come apart once more. Going up this hood, up this hill. See all the monster truck tire treads right here. Right here, Barefoot. You can hear the air being squeezed out of here. Though I think it's coming from this part of the tire. Another end of USA 1. And right here on Barefoot. The roof came right off. The hood also came off. Well, it was coming off when his run was ending. But after he took it to the back, they took the hood off. The roof ripped right off completely. They've been brought back to the trailer as well. But he did well for what he did. USA 1 and Barefoot. If I were to get a wide angle right now over here, then you would see them parked together side by side. This is what I can show you at the moment. The Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, since they're part of the Jamboree series.
Yeah, which Jamboree?
Yeah, too close. Bad news, travels fast. Stayed apart, definitely very well. Lights are still going on and off. Really cool.
And even without damaging or going all out, Brandon Darrell knew how to threw down a show as always. One of the beautiful looking pieces of the independent monster truck industry of all time. Little traces of the Monster Jam stickers right there. The roof of USA 1 was right over there. There was traces of the fire over there. Honestly, if you saw the show that I uploaded, it was kind of a little disappointment. It wasn't because of the. It was a little bit because of USA 1. No, was it Killer B? It was a little bit of because of Killer B not being able to freestyle, but it was because like they didn't like do like a thing where they would do like one competition first, then it wasn't like a. They couldn't have done like Quad Wars first for the first round. Then they could have done maybe Grade Skills the first competition, and then do the second Quad Wars race, and then a second Quad War race, and then do like maybe a donut competition, and then do like the mid on. Well, actually, no. After the second Quad War race, they would then do the Max Fury stunt, and then after that, we would have the donut competition, and then there would be the Black Widow. And the final Quad War race before freestyle. That would have been a much better show. I think I might have one more facility recommendation that I might have to send to Versus Monster Trucks to try to see if they can get a show up here. Maybe to do one more well put together, especially for a well-looking, beautiful-looking facility like Champlain Valley Fair Exposition. So yeah, that's just about it. Now we're just gonna wrap up the post-show meet and greet before we take the trucks back to the pit area, and then we start to tire down. Here they come to the back. Well, after these trucks cool down a little bit, it'll be time to tire them down. Well, we're starting to load up. Thought I'd show you guys something really cool. Look at this. A hot air balloon. Yeah, this camera doesn't have the best zoom, but look at that right there. We have a hot air balloon floating right over the fair. That is very, very beautiful. I'm sorry this camera doesn't have the best zoom, but look at that. Absolutely, really beautiful. USA 1's ready to load up. couple of the screws were, or a couple of the bolts, I should say, they were a little bit loose, so the tire was starting to come up a little bit. We're Actually, yeah, yeah. I was about to say that, like, actually, they were already loosened, but I'm wrong about that. There is still some that are very tight in there. Save 4 bolts at least so I can get the small tractor trailer on for them to hook up to the tractor trailer. Yeah. Yeah, so one of the bolts, like right up here, or one of those strips, it's a little bit stripped, which it's still holding on pretty tight, but it's not going to hold on for quite some time. So they will take these out and fix them up a little bit. But it should be tight enough for this tire to stay on. And plus, I put the other 3 in good places, so it's no big deal. So this is the last round of switching the tires off to the tractor trailers. So once these are completely off and switched, the trucks will be cooled down enough and it'll be time for me to take down the flags. So quickly get this tire out of the way.
Something locked up in the rear. Something in the third actually.
Rodney is already taking the flags down, so. Since I'm right here at Barefoot though, I'll probably take down his flag.
So when I was putting in the flag, there was it was like all clear on one end, but now like since it took like so many hard landings on like the rear, it kind of like shifted down. So it's now kind of like covered in with all the tape. So I'm gonna have to cut the tape out of respect for Triple B Motorsports and such. Just hopefully they can get that adjusted. Down, now we roll it up. We're gonna have to Or actually, I think the flag was put, when I put the flag there, there was no tape on it before, and I just didn't notice. Anyways, flag's down, just about, truck's ready to load. Bad news, Charles Pass is now loading. Well, sunset's in the background. Killer Bees all loaded up too. All loaded up too. They're just about ready to go. Well, Bad News has a little bit more to fill in. We still have to load our trucks. We're just about loading up the tires right now. I'm gonna get a little bit on my phone, so my vlogging camera is kind of dead. Well, it's not exactly dead, it's just low on battery. Well, I'm gonna try to film a little bit with my phone. But yeah, here we go. Actually, it's gonna be more brighter down here. There we go. those are all the tires for USA 1. Carrying the fiberglass parts, we're gonna be putting them on the sides, so they will probably be getting new bodies before the Jamboree in Canfield. But since they're probably gonna use them for what shows they have right now, still, just just thought they'd be useful for something. So yeah. This is gonna be pretty tough. The hood's going to be the tougher part, but this is the process for putting what we have left of the fiberglasses right now. Also, for what it's worth, if they get rid of these old fiberglass parts, maybe they'll auction them away. Who knows? All right, we're now gonna get ready to put the tires in for real for barefoot.
Is that right? You got it right. Like it did a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
So we're just about done rolling tires in. There is one left right here, but that tire is going to go in last after these trucks get loaded into the tractor trailer. But apart from that, we're first going to roll what we have left right here of these tools and everything all set, ready for them to set up on their next show. Truck number 1 going in. Only one truck to go. gotta do is put the toolbox and that last tire in, and they're good to go. Well, it's all over. So probably just gonna catch up with Brandon for a little bit. But overall, that's the end of the night. That's basically I'm off the clock. Well, I'm heading back to the Airbnb, but first I just thought, why not stop at this fancy looking diner? Though I don't think they're doing indoor at the moment, unless this guy's gonna go in. All right. I also like how it has the vintage diner look. This is pretty nice. I'm gonna give this seating a try. I mean, yeah, it does feel like a typical comfortable dining chair. And so this is a nice looking drawing, and even people who sponsored it. This is really, really cool. Oh, and it even has like a little mini bar. And this is what it looks like when I sit on it, and it's just at knee height. And this is how you eat right here at this little bar. Neat. Hey guys, we're back at the Airbnb. It's my last night here, and I just got back. We have the Al's fries stuff, and I'm very excited to see what it's like. And it has almost like as if it has a vibe of a vintage diner, but it also has a vibe of In-N-Out Burger. And Five Guys do that too, as far as I remember. But yeah. Anyways, if you're here, the machine going on, yeah, I have my work clothes in there, and so when I wake up, I'm first going to take a shower, and then that's when I'm gonna start packing my stuff up. Oh, also, I just thought I'd show you that although I didn't get it on my poster for KSR, I have an autographed 8x10 picture of Max Fury and the Black Widow, which her name is apparently Elizabeth Steele, but she's called the Black Widow for her stunt. So yeah, I was able to get this autographed by them. Their stunt was amazing. Anyways, we're gonna start off first with the French fries. Quite soggy looking. I mean, I think it's because it cooled down. Still quite tasty. I got a cheese cup right here. And I do have ketchup packets, thankfully. Oh yeah. Cheese fries. It's one of the heaven comfort foods. I'm gonna try a couple more of these. It's pretty delicious. I'm gonna keep the cheese cup out so I can put ketchup in there. Save for the side, so we're gonna save these for later. Strawberry milkshake. Wow, yeah, that's really good. It's a lot easier to swallow and such, but it still has that strawberry vanilla cream taste to it. And I really like it. We have a mac and cheese cup. Get this fork out. Careful not to spill it. Actually, I'm gonna lift the camera up. Mac and cheese. Not bad. It's not like, you know, it's not bland by any means. It's not bad.
definitely really good. It's definitely pretty good. But there honestly have been better mac and cheeses that I've tasted. Still, definitely pretty nice. Just like before, we're going to put this to the side. Now we're going to get to the mains. This is called the Minute Steak. And I have the works added to it. So let's see what this is all about. And it's the size of a slider, but yeah. I mean, I guess, let me see if I can bite upside down. I mean, I'm mainly tasting the works in here, but I guess got a little bit of the bite of the steak, but it's still pretty nice. But I guess like if I ordered it plain, I guess maybe I don't know if it would have been better, but let me see if I can take a piece out. Okay, I definitely could taste the steak. Yeah, I mean, it's not seasoned or anything like that. That was the problem. It's not a bad product, but honestly, could have been better. The steak could have been a little bit seasoned. Now, let's get to they have the chili cheese dog, which I have topped with mustard and onions. That's nice. That's delicious. The hot dog is really spot on. And now, the main course. I got a double cheeseburger, which I believe mustard, tomatoes, pickles, lettuce, and I'm about to add ketchup. It's kind of greasy, and mayo, ketchup. Don't squirt. Okay. That's all I'm gonna add there. And here we go. Burgers sliced thinly. That's really nice. Burger, it's messy. Taste-wise, pretty good. So I'm gonna try to do worst or least favorite to favorite of the menu that I got. The least favorite, the steak sandwich, the medium steak. It's not a horrible product, like I said, but the problem was is that like if you order, I think if you ordered like whether if you have toppings or nothing, you barely get a taste of the steak. So for those of you who tried Al fries, if you had it, then I wouldn't recommend it. I agree. If you like it, then it's okay, but you just wouldn't get much of the steak. Taste-wise. Next, I would say the mac and cheese. It's not horrible. It's not bland. You still get the taste. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I think it's just that there was mac and cheese from diners, fairs that were far more better tasting. No offense to Al's fries, it's still pretty good. There's just other type of mac and cheese that I had that were so much better. But yeah. The cheeseburger. The cheeseburger, it's delicious, definitely. Taste-wise, it's really good. The problem with that, it's greasy. You really need to use something to use as a tray to prevent yourself from making a mess. So the only downside to the burger, it's pretty messy. Next, we have the fries. Pretty good. A little soggy, but it still has a good texture to it. And with the cheese and the ketchup, that's really good. Definitely worth dying for. And that, for sure, the chili cheese dog. I mean, sure, you might not get I think they add the liquid cheese. I could be wrong. But either way, it definitely lives up to what a typical chili cheese dog is like with mustard, which is your choice, and onions. And it doesn't make a mess. It's not greasy by any means. A hot dog is barely even ever greasy. But it definitely doesn't make a mess. They might not grill the bun, but as long as you're careful and as long as it has that taste completely, then that's the thing. So the chili cheese dog is my favorite on the menu. And that's overall my verdict on Al's fries. Overall, it's a thumbs up. Now anyways, guys, oh, by the way, look at this. I don't know if you could see it. My skin, or my hand, is starting to really crack. It's getting pretty rough. That was from work today. Here's a better look at this finger if you're able to see. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some lotion on before I go to bed. Once I wake up, I'm gonna take a shower, pack up, and then that's it. Thank you guys for staking in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, it's my last day here. I'm packing all my stuff. I need to get that charger. And this is my review. Well, this is my physical review to them. And just getting my stuff together. Also, the stuff I used for working at the show last night, I actually did wash. And this is the part I didn't show you. This is the washing/dryer machine. There's the instructions down there, which helped me really good. And yeah, the rest of the clothes I'm gonna wash back at home. So although I wasn't really hoping, I don't know what to say, but like it was actually pretty good that they can just confirm me my stay, and then I can just go in as if it was just a home. But yeah, overall it was a pretty good place, and it did do me well, and it was affordable, and that was the best part. The hotels around the area were very expensive, but thankfully though, this place was cheap, and I'm paying weekly for it, so that's a plus. And so yeah, and that's my stay here at Vermont. It's time to hit the road. Well guys, I'm all packed up. So I didn't get so many footage of the trucks, of me bashing the trucks. I only got like a, only like a little bit of it. But the Emax ran really well. The Stampede was running pretty good, though I think the battery was starting to go very low, even double checking the fact that it was already charged. But somehow the steering stopped working, and I tested it, like I was moving it with handly, and it seemingly was still working. The wires are either burnt or came unplugged, so I gotta check it out when I get it back, probably by tomorrow. But if it's still not working, then I gotta take it in to have it fixed up. And the Slash, it ran good. It's just very, very much dirty. And even when I ran it, when I double checked that the battery was all charged, it drained over time. But it still runs good overall. But yeah, overall, those are the trucks that I did. But anyways, guys, I'm all packed up. I double checked. I made sure I had everything I need. So it's time to hit the road and head home. Also, big thanks once again to Rodney and Logan Tweedy for hooking me up with another opportunity. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
So I called the farm after I left, and it turns out it's this little shack right at the entrance where you can purchase the milk. I just didn't know this. Last time I was here years ago, they sold it all the way back there, but unfortunately, they moved it back here. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of fortunate, but it was hard to notice. So they had this built, and yeah. So looks like we're pretty good. So I got the regular milk, a pint and a 16-ounce bottle. I made sure that they had definitely a few days ahead, or a couple weeks at least ahead of their expiration date. I also got their peanut butter cookies, and oh, I just dropped it. Let me see if I can reach for it. Got it. A postcard, which was only 50 cents. So that's that. Definitely will keep in mind that next time I come up here to go up there, I will be sure to remember that it's the small little shack right here up on the entrance. So that's that. Now it's time to go home. So I'm back home, guys. I'm very hot and exhausted. I got some work to do, put my bed back together, put some clothes away, and I gotta start putting the videos together and such. But before I do, I just want to let you know, here's what happened. So I brought the RC's cars back. I cleaned them up, from the mud and such. So the Stampede 4x4 has a steering issue. So when I got back, I checked the wires and it seems to check out fine, but for some reason, they don't seem to work. It could be either the steering stereo, or it might be the receiver, or the receiver issue or something. Radio receiver, I don't know what you call it. But, it's the place where you plug some stuff into it and it makes the RC work. But yeah, so I got to bring that one in. The Emax, I didn't break anything major. It's still running good. Unfortunately though, off camera, I jumped it into a barrier. The concrete barrier. It didn't break anything major, thankfully, but it bent the shock. So one of the shocks is bent, so I got to replace that. The Slash 4x4, I do believe it's not broken, but I have to see if it still runs properly, because after all the mud it gathered and all the cleaning up I had to do with it, I have to make sure it's still running good. I'm pretty sure it is, but hopefully it isn't. But I'll have to save those for next month anyway. But either way, it was a great time that I had up in Vermont. And although the show wasn't, as big and a little bit poorly executed in my book, it was still pretty solid for what it was. And that's about it. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more. That's about it. See you guys next time. And once again, to the Tweedies, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.